everyone, welcome back. I'm Sakshi Kesharwal and I'm a math expert in askIITians. So welcome back. So today we'll be starting with a chapter name that's data handling, right? So data handling is a very different chapter. So we start from class 6 and the same topic keeps on continuing till class 12, right? It's like there are these topics, not class 12 generally there's less, but in class 11 you will have the same thing. Like there will be a progression in it, like you will be studying this in class 6, then 7 this much, then 8 this much, then 9 this much, then 10 this much, and 11 this much, right? So there will be a part which you will be having till like from starting from class 6 and going till class 11, right? And the step by step the things will got increase, right? So this is what we have for the data handling. So here I think so we like little bit we learned about data handling in like a little bit of in class junior grades also. It's not like that this is a very new thing for you, because data handling is like something which we do in a day-to-day life, right? If anyone says, like, let's take a simple example of your school marks. You give your examination and you see that there are so many tests carried on, right? So let's take how this has been done. Let's take a simple example. Now your final exams or maybe your half yearly exams are going on, and your maths teacher or maybe your science teacher, what she does, she collects all the marks, right? And just see that how many students have like got a good marks, then below less, then less and less. So this is what collecting a data, right? So let us suppose she is teaching, like you have 5 sections of class 6. So what you will do, you will have the toppers of maths from section A, then section B, then section C, then section C, then section D, and section E. So it means what? This is what you're collecting the data. You're collecting the data of the toppers, and then there will be what? The students who have got very less marks, let us suppose got less than 40 marks in your examination, that is one more data, right? So you get a collection, like let us suppose 100 student or maybe like 150 or 200 student. Let us suppose 200 students and like there are 5 sections, so 40 in each. So for 200 gave the examination and you have a data of your maths marks, right? Then the rankings, we give you the ranking, and this is all we have been doing since since I don't know when, right? You have also doing in your day-to-day life, right? So you see that this is one more example that you see by collecting or by pocket money. Like you in this month you got the pocket money this, and this was your expenses, and this was your savings, right? This is a collection of data. And the next month you got this much money, right? And then you did much, you save this much, and then you expand that much. So this is one more thing, right? And you can do the collection of your clothes, right? Or collections of pens or collections of pencils. So whatever you want to do, you can just say that yes, I have like 100 varieties of pen with me, right? You can say like that also. Or I can say that I have 5 varieties of pen that I use, right, into day-to-day life, and I have like collections of coins. So these are the things which we have been doing like without knowing. Or maybe the collections of the chocolates you have, like you, many of the students like just do something like, oh, you just come to my house and I'll show you my collections, right? Any type of collections of toys, collections of chocolates, collections of gadgets, whatever, right? So that is what the collections are. And then you do the comparison, right? You do the this is a very small scale which I'm talking. This is a very day-to-day life thing which I'm talking, right? So what do? You do the comparison. Oh, this my one of my friend doesn't have this gadget, right? I have that gadget, right? Or I have this cloth or whatever, right? So it's like this. But later on, as we grow up and we see that this data is not only particular with a day-to-day life, it's very wide, it's very diverse. We use this data for many things, for many things. I think so most of you watch the crickets or anything you see. So in a cricket you see that a particular batsman or particular bowler or a particular player is like, why he is good, you see his average, you see his like how many matches he played and what is his scores, right? So you do the comparisons, right? You take his data, how he's playing and how he's doing. So we do this, right? We do so many, like we do the collections of the data of the populations, the collections of the, we do the collections of the information of the number of the girls and the number of the boys in the school, right? We see, like if anyone says that how many students are there in your school, so that is also one of the collection, right? Let us suppose you study in like DPS. Let's take a simple example of DPS, right? So DPS, like let us not don't take DPS. Let's take an example of askIITian, right? So askIITian is a it has its branches in many centers, right? It has many centers. It has in the Middle East, is in India, right? So we can do the comparison. How many students are there in the askIITian this center, right? X center, in the B center, in the Y center, right? So you can ask. This is also one of the collection, right? So these are the things. Collection means what? You collect the information, and which you collect the information, that is known as what? Beta, data. That is known as what beta. That is called data. So let's start with it, what it is. Let's go mathematically on that part. Yeah. So you see this data handling, right? So data handling depends on varies. Weightage is like 2 to 3 marks. Some of the examinations, so 5 or 6 marks. It all dependent on the school, right? Which school you go and how the weightage they want to give, right? So generally 2 to 3 marks or 5 to 6 marks, maximum 5 to 6 marks, not more than that, right? Okay, so what are the things which we are going to cover today? We are going to cover today, it's like introduction, key terms related to data, organizing data, pictograph and bar graph, right? So this is the part, I think so this first lecture is entirely for your CBSE, which is there in your NCRT. And the next lecture, which will be the part which is not a part of your CBSE, but not part of a CBSE, but not for the grade 6. That will be what for with grade 7, right? So you see, what is a data? Data is a collection of the raw facts and the figures that you give the informations. Like I think so, I have to remove this, right? Just see this. What do? You take the information from anything. Just take a simple example. Like you have a family of, like you have let's take a simple more better example. Like in your class there are 40 kids, like, and you take like any two fruits like apple or banana or something like that. So somebody will say I like apple, somebody will say I like banana more, right? So this is what collection. Let us suppose when you did the collection and like 25 kids says that I like apple or more, right? And 15 students says like I like a banana more, right? So this is what a collection of data, right? So you do the information, you collect the information. Yes, and let's suppose you want to go to the picnic, right? So let us suppose you two people are thinking, let's make a plan and go to the picnic, right? So what you do, you write nowadays it's like a technical thing, so you make a Google form and then you float it and you circulate to everyone, and then they just give their opinion. I want to go, I want to country or not, right? You will write you want to go or not. If yes, then if you are going to country with us or not, right? So this is what the collections of data, and you see that majority people are saying that they want to go for a picnic, then you organize the picnic, right? Yes, we do this. This is what an information is, right? Coming that what you do, the recording of the data. The recording of the data depends upon the requirement of the data, right? So you do, and everybody has a different way to record the data. See what you do, you just collect the data. Collecting data is just one thing, right? But what you have to do, you have to keep a proper record. It's like you make a tabular form or like a bar graph form or a pictograph form. There are different kind of the representation and the different types of you how you are recording it, right? It's not like this just you take a raw data and just jumble it anywhere, right? If any teacher is going to give you the marks like this only without organizing it properly, if your teacher comes and say, no, they take it like this is the marks of class 6, your entire marks, like the entire, like physics teacher gives you English teacher gives you, maths teacher gives you the like marks of everyone, and then say just you search your number and just take your data. So you will not find a very convenient, right? So what we do, what a teachers do, what a class teacher do, she takes all the collections of the marks from the different respective teachers, like from the science teacher, maths teacher, SST teacher, English teacher, right? Then what she do, she takes your, make a report card. In a report card, she take out your marks. Let us suppose my name is Sakshi. Then what she do is she take out your maths marks and then she write it on your report card, and then she take out your English marks, then you write it in a report card, and then she bifurcate everyone marks, right? So this is called the recording of the data, right? Okay, now what you do, then you organize it, right? So data can be organized in a tabular form. Then later on, as I said, pictograph, then it is a bar graph, whatever you want to feel like, right? So data is represented in the form of using a frequency distribution and a tally marks. I cannot write because I think so there's a GIF file which is working, so my pen will not work, okay? So it's like this is a market prog, that is frequency distribution and tally mark. So you will be learning what is a frequency distribution and a tally marks this year, and the same things goes forever till class 11. So please try to understand everything. So first learn what is a frequency, right? Frequency is what? The frequency is the number of the times the particular values occur in a data. First you see, like I said, as I said, that there are 40 students, right? So there are 40 students, and there are the two things that were apples, as I said, apples, and there were bananas, right? Bananas, right? And apples, and it says that 25 kids like apples and 15 like bananas, right? So what does this mean? 20 students like apple. So 25 is the frequency of the apple. 25 is what, beta? 25 is frequency of apple. We say this, frequency of apples, right? And 15 is frequency of bananas, right? It's bananas. Frequency is like that number of the times the thing's going to occur, right? If you take any chocolate, like these are the like mass distribution. So let's take an example, like marks is scored by different student in the class, right? So I took a test of 5 marks, and somebody have got 1, somebody have got 2, somebody have got 3, and somebody have got 4. So how many students have got 1 marks? Only one student. Only one student. One student got 1 marks. This is what it is. Please don't confuse yourself. How many students have got 2 marks? Only two students, like two students got 2 marks in the test out of 5, right? So how many students have got 3 marks? So two students have got 3 marks, right? And how many students have got 4 marks? The only one student, like only one student got 1 mark. I think so. This is very much clear. That is how the things are like more repetitively. Let us suppose if I say how many chocolates that you have eaten. You said, let us suppose I ate 5 chocolates. You can just say like this. I said, how many chocolates do you eat in a day? You say that, ma'am, I eat 2 eclairs and 3 Park and 4 Cadbury, right? So what is the frequency of the eclairs? It's 2. What is the frequency of the Park? Is 3, right? What is the frequency of the Cadbury? It's again 3, right? So it's like this you have done, right? Now, what are the things, how you're going to represent the terms related to the data? Now, this is called the tally marks. How you're going to write the frequency. Frequency means like I wrote it over here, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So sometimes it's feel like confusing. So what you do, sometimes your tally marks is like a very important. Have you seen some of the movies where like the person living in the prison because they don't have any amenities, they don't have calendar. So what they do, they just do the tally marks. You just see some of the old movies or wherever you want to see what they do. Tally marks means that it shows the frequency. If a number, if I say the number 1, it is represented like this, right? It's like this. If it's written 2, then 2 is written like this. You just write 2. What is the 3? 3 is written like 1, 2, 3. 4 is written like this with a 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if I want to write 5, so it is going to, if I'll write like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, like this, if I may. So it's very confusing to count or not. So what happened? We have just introduced, we started to make a bundle of 5, because anything you count in the multiple of 5 and the multiple of 10 are very easy, right? So what we did like this, like we wrote 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you can do like this, or 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can cut like this, whatever you feel like. Choice is yours, right? So what we did, we made one bundle. Now, how we are going to write 6? 6 means what? One bundle of 5. So it means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. This is how it is written. So if I want to write, say, like 16, so how 16 will be written? It will be written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1. This is how it is written. Yeah, this is 1. So see, this is way of presentation. Now it is very much convenient. You say that's 1 bundle, 2 bundle, 3 bundle. So 5 into 3 is what? 15. 15 plus 1 is what? 16. That's it. So bundles makes the presentation very easy, right? So this is how it has been represented, right? Now let's do this question. Now, following is the choice of the sweets of 30 students of the class 6. Let's take an example. What are the things they have? You have one laddu, you have barfi, you have jalebi, you have rasgulla, right? And there is another thing apart from this? No, nothing. So how you're going to do this? See, I'll tell you. Just write it out over there. So this is what laddu, right? You have barfi, right? And then you have jalebi, and then you have rasgulla. This is how we write, right? So you just make a column, arrange the name of the sweets in the table using the tally marks, right? So what you do, you make a table like this, right? So you write over here tally marks, right? Tally marks. And then you write over here as frequency, right? Frequency. And Second is what? Over here you write these type of the sweets. This is how we make the tables, right? So you just make a column like this one so that you don't get confused, right? Let me change color. I think so that will help you. How we'll do this? Okay. Now it says laddu. Laddu is 1, right? Then you have barfi. Barfi is 1. Then you have again laddu, then 1. Then jalebi, you have 1. Then again a laddu and 1. Then you have rasgulla, it's 1. Then you have again jalebi, 1. Then laddu. See, most of you like laddu. I also like laddu a lot. Then you have barfi, right? Then you have rasgulla, right? Then you have laddu. Now this is fifth laddu. So fifth, right? You have jalebi, right? Then again you have a jalebi, right? 4. Then you have rasgulla, right? Then you have laddu, right? You have rasgulla, right? You have jalebi. Now this is fifth. Now this is again a laddu, right? And this is rasgulla. This is fifth. Then again a laddu, right? And again a laddu, right? Barfi. Third, rasgulla. This. Again a rasgulla. This. And again a jalebi. This. Then you have again a rasgulla, right? Again a laddu. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again a 5, right? Now you have a rasgulla. It's like this. And then you have jalebi like this. And then you have a laddu, right? Now you see how many laddus were like, how many students like the laddus. So this is how you do the calculation. So 5 plus 5 is 10 and then 11, right? Okay, now how many of you like the barfi? It's 3. How many of you like 5 plus 2, 7? And then how many of you like rasgulla? It's 5 plus 4, 9. So just, I think so I missed one or what? Yeah, it's 30. Just calculate 11 plus 3, 14. 14 plus 7, 21. 21 plus 30. So 30 means what? These 30 is what? The number of students, right? Yes or no? These are what? Like frequency means what? 11 students like laddu, 3 students like barfi, 7 students like jalebi, and 9 students like rasgulla. So this is how it is being done. So arrange the names of the sweets in the tally marks. I did it. Which sweet is preferred by most of the students? Who like the maximum student like which sweet? It's laddu. So your answer is this laddu, right? This is your answer, right? Yes. So I think so this much is clear. Yeah. Now coming to this is a question. It says that the final marks in the mathematics of 30 students are as follows, right? These are the marks. Arrange these marks in the ascending order from 30 to 39, one group, and 40 to 49 in one group, right? So let's see the first, what is the minimum number? Like you have to just do the grouping, right? So what are the groups you can have? Make a like this table. Yeah. Okay. You have to do the grouping, right? Yeah. Arrange them in the ascending order from 30 to 39, right? So these are the groups. So first is what? 30 to 39. The minimum is what, beta? 30 to 39, right? 30 to 39. Then you have 40 to 49, right? And then you have, see, it's, I think so what's the maximum? It's going till 100, right? So you have to make till 100, like you have to make the groups till 100. So this will be what, beta? 50 to 59, right? Then you have 60 to 69. Then you have 70 to 79. Then you have 80 to 89. And then you have 90 to 100, right? So what it's saying, arrange them in the ascending order. So what we'll be doing, we'll be writing it down, right? So let's do this. So let's again do the cancellation. So 53 comes where? So it's 53, right? Now 61s come over here. So you do, see, this is what we do. So it doesn't make any, like, this is the way of doing the question, right? So this way you can never do a mistake. Just go a little bit slow, never be in hurry, right? So it's 48. So 48 is over here, 48. Then you have 60 is here, right? Then you have 78 here, right? Then you have 68 again here, 55 here, right? I'll arrange this later on, but first I'll write it down, okay? So 100 is over here. It's 92, 100. It will be 99, right? It will be 99. This is the way we will be going, right? And this is going to be 100 to 109, right? So 100 will be over here. We will make one more group. Okay, now 67. 67 is again over here, right? Then you have 90. So 90 over here. Then you have 75 75 over here, 88, 88 is over here, right? 77 over here, 37 over here, right? 84 over here. Then you have 58 over here, 60 over here, 48 you have over here, 62 you have over here, 56, 56, 56, 56 will be over here, right? 44 over here, 58 you have over here, right? Then again 52 you have over here, right? Then you have 64, I'm writing 64 over here, right? 98 over here, right? 59 over here, right? Then you have 70, it's over here, 39 over here, 50 over here, and then 60 over here, right? So these are the things which we have written. So you can just, once you have written it out, erase it, do with the pencil, then erase it, and then you write it in the sequence wise, right? So it says that the ascending order, right? What is the highest score? So highest score is over here is what, beta? Highest score, what I'll do, I'll just rub this again so that you can just see what is the highest score. Okay, what is the highest score? The highest score is what, beta? 100. Like he got full, right? What is the lowest mark? The lowest marks you can see that from here, that is, it is 137, right? What is the range? Range means what, beta? The highest value minus the lowest value, right? So the highest value, I said, we'll be doing this in the last class, next class. Highest value minus lowest value, right? Lowest value. So this is equals to what? I'm doing the third part over here. So highest value is what, beta? 100 minus of 37 is equals to what, beta? 63, right? Now coming to the fifth part, if 40 is the pass marks, how many students fail? 40, like students getting less than 40 is how many, beta? 1, 2, right? So it's 2. We got this. See, if you arrange this data, it's very difficult, but when you have this in the tabular form, it's very easy to say which one is like, what is like, whatever you want, you can give the answer very easily, right? See how many students have scored more than 75, like more than 75. Let's do the calculation. Like I'll take some other color. More than 75, it's like more 75 or more, right? Right, it's like 75 or more. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right or not? 8 students have got it, right? Which observation between 50 and 60 have not actually appeared? Okay, so this is correct. So 61 is there, 62 is there, 63 is not there, right? Then you have 64, then 65 is also not there. Then you don't have 66, right? You don't have 66, right? And then you don't have 67 also, right? And then you don't have 68, then you have 69, you don't have 69 also, right? So these are the 4 observations which is not there, right? So this is how you see how the tables are making like easier for you, right? Now how many have scored less than 50? Like less than 50. So 50, say less, you don't have to count like 50. So less than 50 is how many? Like 37, 39, 48, 48, and 44. So how many students are there? 5. That's it. This is how you will be doing the question. So I'll be showing you this thing. Just see, it's written like this. Okay. So this is like it's arranged over here. So I at first what I did, I wrote it like this, and then you can later on arrange in a proper way, right? Use a pencil and get it, right? And the answer is over here also, it's written, right? Okay. It says from 50 to 60. Oh, I wrote from 60 to 50. Oh, yeah, it's 50 to 60. I wrote 60 to 70. Wait a minute. I'll do this. Just see this. Okay, it says that 50 is there, 51 is not there, right? Then you don't have 52 is there, right? I saw 52 somewhere. You cannot slide it. Yeah, 52 is there. Then you don't have 53, you have 53. Then you don't have 54. Then you don't have 54, you have 55, then 56, and then you don't have 57, and 58, 59. These are the 3 numbers which is not there, right? Now, let's coming to the next. What is a pictograph, right? Pictograph is basically a what? It's like, see, there are different ways of presentation of a data. Like once we have done like the presentation of a data in the tabular form, right? And there's the other way of presentation of a data in the pictograph form. But you study this pictograph for a junior grades from 7th standard. We don't prefer anything from the pictograph because it's very cumbersome thing to do, right? So pictograph means what? Just to make like a data handling a little bit a lucrative or like more presentable, and the student enjoy doing it. So we do such stuff, right? So you just see, if we present a data with a picture of an object instead of a number, it's called a pictograph. Just like Adam, like how many toys? It's like, wow. Now pictures make it easy to understand data and answer the question related it to by seeing it, right? So this is like the observation way. Like, see, later on as you will grow up, you will like more find convenient to see like we will prefer like tabular form or like the other forms of the presentation of the data. But yes, for the junior grades, it's yes, because the presentation and the teddy bears and the things and this are made up, so you feel like, ah, it's nice, it's beautiful, and it's catchy also, right? And you feel like, yes, I want to do it, right? So it's like this. So what happened, it says that, so anything which you represent the data. Now I said like Adam like two teddies. Let's take an example, right? So what is the frequency? Frequency is 2. Lily likes like 4 teddies, right? So it's the frequency is 4. Sarah like how many teddies? 3. So frequency is 3. And the Susan like how many teddies? Like 5 teddies. So it's like frequency is 5. Sam like how many teddies? It's 1. But here let's read it out what the data wants to say. It says that one teddy represent 10 toys. Means what? If I have made this one teddy, it means what? This is equals to what? How many? 10 toys, right? So what do you mean by this? Just take an example. Now how many Adam is liking? Adam will be liking 20. Yes or no? Yeah, Adam will be liking how much better? 20. Yes or no? Now, it says that Lily will be liking this is 10, this is 10, this is 10, and this is 10. This is 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So Lily will be liking how many teddies? Lily will be liking that number of toys she has is like 40, right? So the frequency, the Lily of the frequency, that the number of the toys that Lily has is like 40, right? Coming to the Sarah, it's like 10, then plus 10, then plus 10, which is equals to what beta 30, right? Now coming to the Susan, it's like 10, then plus 10, then plus 10, then plus 10, then plus 10. How many she's liking? 5. That's 50. Like coming, and the Sam. Sam have just the least number of the teddies, which is equals to 1 bit of 10. This is how the pictograph looks like, right? But this is very important that what it is. But what one thing you just see, if I say to make this much teddies, like how many teddies were there? 2, 4, 6, 9, 9 plus 5 is like 10, 15 teddies. If I say to make 15 teddies over and over again, it's very cumbersome, it's very time taking process. So please, we don't prefer, so we just make stars, we may make like circles or whatever you want to make, right? So you try to make easy diagrams, right? So what is an interpretation of, and like as we have just right now, I only done what is an interpretation. We have already done interpretation of the pictograph. In the pictograph, we have to understand it and get the information from the picture given, right? If we have to represent more number of items, then we use the key and represent more number of one picture. That's very clear, right? So it says that the number of the car parked in the parking lot every day in the pictograph. So what does it say? One car is equals to represent how many cars? 5 cars. So one small car is equals to, so you will have, so it says that Monday will how many cars are parked? So it is what? 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. So this is what? 5 into 4, which is equals to what? 20, right? Now it's like 1, 2, 3, Tuesday, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it will be what beta? 5 into 8, which is equals to what beta? 40 cars will be parked on Tuesday, right? Now 40 and 20 are what? Frequencies of the cars that has been parked on Monday and Tuesday respectively. Now it will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is equals to what beta? 5 into 6, which is equals to 30, right? So 30 cars, that's the frequency of the cars which has been parked on the Wednesday is 30. Now it's coming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's like 5 into 5, which is equals to what beta? 25. So 25 cars will be parked on what beta? Thursday. Now find the day when the highest number of the cars were parked and how many, right? So highest number is parked. You can see first question you can see without by looking at the picture and how many. No, so it's like there was 8, so yes, it's like Tuesday, right? And how many it says, then how many is what beta? 40, right? We just did the calculation. What is the least number of the car we did park? What is the least? So least we have parked it on what beta? Thursday. That's there were 5. And what was the least? That is 5 into 5, which is equals to 25. That's it. Got it, right? So these are the answers written. Oh, that. It's Monday, 20 cars, right? Okay, now let's do one more question on the pictograph. Now, observe the pictograph and answer the following questions, right? Now, it says that this is the key, right? This is the key. This is what the beta key, right? This is the key. So please pay attention to the keys. Now, first what we'll do, we'll solve this pictograph and then we'll solve on the words problem, right? So Monday, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be what beta? 2 into 6, which is equals to 12, right? Now, it's Tuesday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is what? 2 into 8, which is equals to how many? 8 bulbs were there. So it's 16. So Wednesday, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is what? 2 into 4, which is equals to what? 8. Now coming to Thursday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be what? 2 into 5, which is equals to 10. Now coming to Friday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is what? 2 into 7, which is equals to what? 14. Now Saturday, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 into 4, which is equals to 8. Now coming to Sunday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it is what? 2 into 9, which is equals to what? 18, right? I just wrote it, right? So these are like on Monday, the frequency was 12, Tuesday, the frequency is 16, Wednesday, frequency is 8, Thursday, frequency is 10, Friday, frequency is 12, Saturday's frequency is 8, and the Sunday frequency is 18. Now let's go on the question. How many bulbs were sold on the Friday? So Friday, how many bulbs were sold? That was 14. That's it, right? On which day the maximum numbers of the bulbs sold? So which is the maximum? We have sold the maximum bulbs on what beta? Sunday, right? So this is Sunday. Right. Okay. If one bulb was sold at the rate of rupees 10, then what was the total earning on the Sunday? Like this is like a unitary method also, right? If one bulb, now how many bulbs he have sold? He have sold 18 bulbs. So one bulb cost how much beta? Cost rupees 10. Then 18 bulbs, 18 bulbs cost how much beta? Cost will be how much beta? Rupees 10 into 18, which is equals to what? Rupees 180. That's it, right? Now, can you find the total earning of the week? Total earnings of the week. So, total earning, how many bulbs we have sold? So, what we have to do, we have to just calculate the number of the bulbs sold. So, how many bulbs we have sold? The number of the bulbs. I'm doing the fourth part, right? So, number of bulbs sold will be how much beta? It will be what? 12 plus 16 plus 8 plus 10 plus 14 plus 8 plus 18, right? So we have to just count it. So 12 plus 20, that is 20 plus 16 is how much beta? 36, 36, 46. 46 plus 14 is how much beta? 60. 60 plus 18 is equals to what beta? 78. Yeah, 60 plus 78. 78 plus 8 is equals to what beta? 86. So 86 into how much beta? Now this is 86 bulbs. 86 bulbs, right? So the total earning will be how much beta? 86 bulbs. Just see the calculation. It's like 12 plus 30. 12 plus 10, 20, 20, 36, 46, 46 plus 60, 60 plus 78, 78 plus 8. So the cost will be how much beta? The cost will be how much? It will be what? 86 into 10 rupees, which is equals to what? 860 rupees, right? Now coming to if a big carton can sold 9 bulb, how many cartons were needed in a week and more than 7, more than 8, or more than 9? So total how many bulbs you are selling? You are selling beta like 86 bulbs, right? So in a big carton, it's talking about a week. So let's take a like this. In a week, like in a week, 86 bulbs sold, right? And one carton, one carton one carton can have 9 bulbs, right? So what you will do? So the number of cartons will be how much, beta? The number of cartons will be how much? It will be what? 86 divided by what? 9. So you see that 86 is what? Like you will get this answer in the fractional form. It will be what? 9 whole, like 5 by 9, right or not? You see that you are going to get more than, like, this value is like 9 plus 5 by 9. So how many cartons will be required? Like you will be required more than 9 cartons, like required more than 9 cartons or not? Because 9 into 9 is what, beta? 81, right? So if you're just going to do 9 cartons, right? Okay. Now coming to what do you mean by how do you draw the pictograph, right? So drawing a pictograph is like the same, and it's a very difficult and it's very cumbersome and it's very boring, right? So just see this. Drawing a pictograph is an interesting task, but it may be difficult to draw some difficult pictures and repeatedly, and we have to use the cards and the above example. So we see that it is, we use easy symbols for a drawing. Like you draw a circle, you draw stars, or you draw a heart, or whatever you feel like. You draw a rectangle, whatever you feel like. So we use, and we must use a proper key of the symbol so that it could be easily understandable to everyone. So always please write the key. Key is the very important thing, right? So let's take an example of this thing. Now this is a question. This is a question. The question is says what, beta? The following table shows the choice of the fruit of 35 students of the class 3 and represent the data in the pictograph, right? So what you do, you can just make a mango. Now it says like fruit. So you can, what you can draw? You can draw you can draw 5 circles. 1 2 3 4 5 circles, right? Apples were like by how many students? Like 5 students, 12 students. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. That's it. Now guava like by 3 students. So 1 2 3 3. And lychee are being like by what? 7 students. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Right. Grapes are like by what? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. And your key will be 1 meter. Key, you will write this. This circle is equals to like one fruit. Right. This is how you will be doing this. Right. So just see, this is how you have like number of it, key will be like 0 is equals to, oh, wait a minute, hold on. I wrote fruits. I should write students. I'm filling in the form of like students instead of a fruit. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah. This is like students. Like, so one, this key will be equals to what? One student, right? One student. So this is how you will be just filling it up, right? So you just see this in the solution. It says that this symbol is equals to what, beta? 2 student. And this symbol is equals to what? One student, right? So there are different ways of presentation, right? So this is like 2, and this is 1, right? So this is how it is being like done. You can just do an apple guava, it's like 12. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. And then you have guava. So guava is like 3. So 1 and this 2. This is one way of doing the presentation. Two ways of doing the presentation. Choice is yours, right? Whatever you feel like, right? So what is a bar graph? Now let's coming to the next heading. What is a bar graph? Bar graph is, again, as a pictograph, is a very time consuming. You see that pictograph is a very time consuming. So we use the another way to represent the data, right? So what we do, we use uh, hmm, hold on, hold on. Something had gone missing. Just a second there. Something. Yeah, things are sorted. Now just see. What is the, like, basically see over here? It's a very time consuming. So we use the bar graph of the same width with the equal spacing to represent the data in which the length of the bar represent the frequency and is called the bar graph and the diagram. This is actual the definition. So let me change the color, and this is the actual definition of the bar graph. If we use the bar graph is of the same width with the equal spacing to represent the data in which the length of the bar represent the frequency of the data and is called the bar graph or the bar diagram, right? So you will see that many places you have seen in the movies, or maybe like you have seen in various places, like you have seen like such type of tables, like these are the bars made like this. Yeah, something like this, right? So these are the things, like it has been representation. So I think so making this is comparatively easy as the bar like pictograph, right? So better version making instead of representing the data in the form of a pictograph, we use this in the form of a what, bar graph, right? So let's take an example over here. The following bar graph tells the favorite numbers of the colors. Now you just see this over here. Now it's like the favorite students in the class, right? So you see that red is being liked by how many? See, this is like a spacing. Now you just see that the spacing, like if from the 0 to 1 they have left a 1 centimeter, then this is again one, then again 1 centimeter, then this is again one, again one, then again one. So you have to keep the proper spacing, right? Now if you see that this is the bar, now it says that now red is being liked by how many students? Like 5 students. Blue is being liked by how many students? See, so over here this is a color, this is what beta color, right? And here it is like the scale. Scale means what, a favorite color. So what you do, you have a bar graph. Have you seen like uh, graph sheets? If not, then you have to do this question on a graph sheets only, right? So this is how the bar graph is being represented. While we'll be drawing the bar graph, we'll be using the graph sheets, and this is like generally, and they have made it on a scale, right? From the scale. So it says that pink is being liked by how many students? 9 students, right? So this is like 9 students, right? Yellow is being liked by how many students? It's liked by 3 students, right? Now, green is liked by how many students? 6 students. And blue is also liked by how many students? 6 students, right? So this is how it is being done. So we represented like the colors. We say that this is the horizontal line and this is the vertical line. So this graph is said to be what, beta? Vertical bar graph. Now over here, the bars are what, vertically. The bars are what, beta? Vertically. So these are vertical bar graph, right? Vertical bar graph. Now you just see over here one thing, that, and over here the number of the students is what, beta? This is called the frequency. This is what a frequency is, right? Now it says that answer the following question: which color is liked by the maximum number of the student? Obviously the pink. Now you see that pink has been liked, and this is very much clear. Okay, so pink is the highest, so pink has been liked by most of the student, right? Which color is liked by the same number of the students? So you see that the green and the blue are liked by 6 and 6 students. So we say that this is what, beta? Blue and green. Blue and green, right? Yeah. Now coming to, you have seen that this is what, a bar graph. You have to do it. Now what you have to do, you have to take the scaling. Now what kind of the bar graphs you have? You see this one block. Take the one block, right? Take just only one block. This is one block. Take this block, right? So this block is divided into how many? These lines, like this is like vertically it's divided into how many parts? 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, and horizontally also 1, 2, 3, 4 parts, like 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. So it is like, you see that your graph has been like the graph which we generally use is divided excuse me, one block, excuse me, one block is divided into what, beta? 10 blocks, like 10 horizontally and 10 vertically. So you have to take a proper scale. What you do, you make a line like this, right? From here you make a line, because I don't have scale, so I'm drawing with a freehand, right? You make a scale like here, right? And you just see this. Okay, now it says that, now I'll give you one example and I draw it for you. Now I said like green is being liked by how many students? Green are been liked by 3 students, right? And blue is being liked by like 5 students, and like red is being liked by like 2 students, right? This are the, like this is the, like you have to make, and this is what the frequency, and this is what your color, right? And this is your color, like by the color. So what you meant by taking the scale? So what happened, you see that sometimes like you draw the vertical. Now I'll draw the vertical and you make the arrow. So I'm starting from here. This is the point of intersection, like where the two lines are intersecting. Now I'm going to take the colors over here. So the colors over here, right? So I'm going to start with the green. So I left one space and then I drew the green, right? This one will be the green. Then again, I made the space, then space, and then space, and then space, right? Now you see the spacing, like this will be 1, this is going to be 2, this is going to be 3, and it can be different also, 4, it can be 5, and it is 6. Now it says that green. So green is what, beta? 3. So I'm going till 1. This is use scale, don't use freehand. So this is your green, right? So green. Now see, there's a spacing. Now the bars are equal. Now it says the blue is what, 5. So again, you leave. So you made a bar of like 1 block. So you again leave a 1 block and then you make of a 5 centimeter. There's 5, right? So this is like your blue. Right now it says the red. Red is what? Again, you leave 1 space. The red is what? 2. So this is how it is made. This is your red. Red is 2. And now over here you will write the number of students or frequency, like number of students, or you can write this as frequency. This is called scaling. Right? So you have to make a proper spacing. You cannot just write like first block 1 and the next block as 15. No, you cannot write. So the block has to be what, equally divided. This is the way of presentation, right? Now you just see this. Take an example. The daily sales of the mobile phones in the wiki production is given below. Draw the bar graph to represent the data. Now this is the important thing. Now it says that Monday 25, Tuesday 13, Wednesday 32, Thursday, Friday, and this is like this, right? Now I don't have bar graph. Now just see what are the things that you have to take care of it. Like there are the steps written. So to steps to make a bar graph, draw the 2 lines, one horizontal and one vertical in L shape, right? You have drawn this. Mark the days on the horizontal line and the number of the phones on the vertical line, right? You have just drawn this, right? You have drawn the vertical on the vertical line, the numbers of the phone, and the days on the horizontal line. Make a suitable scale for the numbers of the phone and mark the vertical line. Let 1 unit is equals to what, beta? 10 phones. Like right now you just see over here, this is like 1 unit. This is 1 unit is equals to what, 10, right? Or you can just write like this also, right? I'll just take a different color, like different very light color, and just show it to you. So this can be what, so this can be like 10, this can be like 20, this can be 30, this can be 40, this can be 50, right? So 1 unit, this is like 1 big unit. This is called 1 unit, right? 1 unit, right? Now coming to this, now use the bars of the equal width and draw them the frequency of the given scale, right? So this is what it is given. Now it says that on Monday how many were sold? Now we have 25. So you will be giving over here like you just left the space, and then again I'll use different color. You just see over here, this is like he went till 25. You just see this is 25 in the midway between 20 and 30. Now Tuesday were how many, beta? 13. So you have to just go and count it. So you see that the blocks which you have, like now it's like, see over here. So it's, you have to just see like this is 0, then this is fourth one is a 10. So first division will be what, 10 divided by 4, that is 2.5, and this is equals to what, beta? 5, then this is what, 7.5, then 10. So the graphs which you will be using, that is what they have the division of 10 10 blocks, right? So this is like 13, right? Then again, then on Wednesday was how much, beta? 32. So see, it's like between 30 and 40, right? So it's very close. Now on Thursday, you see that Thursday was how much, beta? 14, right? So this is like 14. And then again on the Friday, you see that 42. So you see that it is between 30, 40 and 50. Now on Saturday, the maximum was sold, that was 55. So see, it is in the midway. So what happened? It's like unit is very important, right? So 1 unit is equals to what, 10 phones. Over here, if you see the scale, I'll be writing this as 1 unit is equals to 1 student. That's it. Yeah, that I will be writing. So this is the way of presentation, right? And either way you can just present the same data on the horizontal by interchanging the position. So this one is known as what, beta? The horizontal bar graph, right? Horizontal bar graph. Now just see this. In a horizontal bar graph, what happened? You have just interchanged the position. So what you did now, you will be saying, ma'am, why we will always put the number of days on the horizontal line and the number of the phones on the like vertical line. You can just do the same, flip it, right? Flip the same thing. So you can just put the days on the vertical line and the number of the phones on the horizontal, and follow the same process. You will get the same thing, right? So it is like 1 unit is equal to how much beta? 10. Again, you follow the same thing again, 25, 13, and then you have 32, then again 14, then you have 42, and then you have 55. This is the way you can do the presentation, right? So you have a bar graph, and that's all, right? So basically, what you have to do, class, you have to do the practice, right? So for this, I think so for pictograph and the tabular form, I think so you're good to go. But for the bar graph, what you have to do, you have to practice, right? And the practice will always, and what happens after doing the practice, please make sure you always get your any one or two examples cross checked by your teacher, right? Or any of your good friend, right? So because what happened, the student doesn't show your work, and what happened later on, they just create some little mistake. So please, if you have any confusion, please share your bar graph, have a word with your teacher key, at least you do two questions and take a picture and send it to your teacher, and he or she might see that whether your graph which you have drew is correct or not, right? So please always have a conversation, and if you have any doubts, please ask it on the PDF and with your respective teacher. So thank you, class, so much, and hopefully you have understood this thing very nicely. So this is a part of the CBSE, and you can practice from your NCRT book and the other books. And the next class will be doing the little bit part which is being taught in the class 7. So we'll be dealing with that in the next class. So thank you, class. Bye bye, and take care.